lot of reasons.
Bacterial imbalance.
Okay, I think overfeeding.
Oxygenate the water.
Remove particulate.
Yeah.
A home for your beneficial bacteria.
Brag about the equipment.
That's a good one.
For aesthetic reasons.
For your fish's health.
You don't want your fish swimming in their own poop.
I second that. Oxygen is important in a fish tank. We need gas exchange at the surface.
How else is the scuba diver going to go to the top?
Anesthetics, obviously.
The bubbles are equivalent to the surface movement. The point is to get a transfer of CO2 out and oxygen in.
Gas exchange.
By way of bubbles or by way of movement, it's all good.
We like to say surface agitation.
Too much light.
Overfeeding.
The two main reasons for algae bloom, too many organics, too much light. Reduce those, you're on your way.
Diatoms. It's kind of a similar algae issue.
It's turning brown?
Could be.
Nope. Take a bag of Seachem Matrix, drop that in your filter.
Bio.
I feel like every time I use driftwood or untreated
Purigen.
wood, yeah,
Or
turns
Purigen.
water brown too.
Kind of went through that already, but okay.
Nitrifying bacteria.
I think we got one of them right here. Boom. There you go. Clarity, guys, is what I'm showing them.
Or if it's a bacterial imbalance, stability.
Don't do the caveman way.
What's the caveman way?
I don't know, my plants can't stay alive.
Depends on the type of plant. I feel like I only buy plants that I have good luck with, so I don't know. I'm not a good plant gal.
Typically, if it's brown, it's a nutrient issue. If the leaves look skinny and thin, CO2. You need carbon in that tank.
And what would you add if you didn't have a CO2?
Seachem, Flourish Excel.
Excel.
I hear that that's kind of normal in the beginning, right, guys?
It depends. It depends on the plants that you've selected. Also your lighting.
Heat.
Very much temperature of the water.
And also, you may have a really cool critter in there that you think isn't eating your plants, but he's nibbling.
It could be your substrate as well. They're not properly planted. A lot of the times we've swapped out the substrate we're using and try to add nutrients to the water as well.
Phosphorus, nitrogen, and carbon, you need that all in. You need a source for all three of those. So
You need light. They're photosynthetic. That means they require sunlight to grow. So if you're not lighting your planet tank properly, they're probably not thriving.
Is it safe to say that if you clean too heavily and you have a very small amount of nutrients, low nitrate, low phosphate, that could be causing some plant
It's all an
death?
equation that's possible.
Also put your lights on a timer. I think that's saved us a lot of headache because you buy plants, they cost a lot of money. If you don't have your lights on a timer to efficiently and effectively light up the tank, you're gonna be very upset.
But algae, furry algae,
could be sporulization. So figure out what exactly those black spots are.
Could it be blackbeard algae growing on your plant?
is there a fish that could cure that? Is there a
Yes.
water parameter that could cure that?
If you can solve it the natural way, if it is algae based or some type of film, do it the natural way.
Absolutely. Well, that's not good.
Test your water. If your fish are dying, you need to test your water
That's the
straight
first
away.
step.
reasons.
Yes.
Bunch of reasons.
Temperature,
Yes.
pH, ammonia, nitrite, nitrate.
Is it one? Is it more than one?
Folks, don't leave it up to guess. Get some proof.
Yes. Ooh, swim bladder.
Sorry,
Could be.
guys.
Yeah.
Could have swim bladder.
It could be, yeah. It's a tail sign of it. Not usually a good sign.
Is there coming back from it?
There is.
I've
yeah.
never had
Well,
it
I
happen.
would
Very
say
rare, though.
there's a
Very
couple
rare.
options.
Never had it happen yet.
Test the water.
Absolutely.
Ammonia,
Find out what could be the root
nitrite.
of the problem.
Yeah.
You may need a water change. You may need a hospital tank. You may need to quarantine the fish. So,
You may have sprayed some Windex too close to the tank.
oh, don't use Windex. Use Seachem's new glass cleaner.
Sometimes not eating is a sign of, losing their appetite is a sign of internal parasites. You may want to medicate. You may want to test your water, make sure nothing's wrong with your water parameters.
Yes.
It's also not uncommon for a new fish in a new aquarium to be a little shy for the first
Or
48
stressed.
hours.
When fish are stressed, they're not
So
gonna eat.
if that's the case, give them their space, give them some time, and maybe they'll come around after a day or two.
I think this is a good opportunity to talk about quarantine, right? when you get a new fish that's a little bit stressed and doesn't want to eat in the first place, that's another reason to quarantine. Give him time to calm down a little bit, get his appetite back before you add him into a main tank.
And if we're talking about a mature tank, don't forget nitrates. High levels of nitrates do suppress appetites, so don't forget that. So test for that as well.
I like pothos, but pothos is not really aquarium plants, like above the tank kind of thing. I keep mine above the tank.
I stick to Java ferns
Yeah, that would be mine. Ferns.
and Anubias. I think they're beautiful, they're super easy to care for.
Great place to start. Java
Yeah.
fern, Anubias.
I feel like stem plants.
Bamboo. I like a bamboo.
Oh, yeah.
Old school.
How about good old-fashioned fishing line and moss balls?
Yeah, man. Hey, be creative.
Yes.
I'm gonna stick with pothos over the tank with the roots dangling in the water.
None. Honestly, they eat them all. Like every time I stick to Java ferns, otherwise he's just tearing it up.
There you go, he's in there.
So he's Java Fern City, that's it. Look at him, just look at
What a
his butt.
snack.
Look at him.
Give him a nice cucumber.
He's so cute.
Sand substrate.
Nubius.
Yeah, Nubius, all day long. Nubius, na.
Thick roots.
Can you guys
heavy.
tell that I'm not the plant guy here?
Yeah.
I'm very beginner-friendly plant gal.
Plants that rhyme with matos.
Well, there's tricks to it, right? You have a thick stem plant, you can glue that to a little piece of rock,
or driftwood.
weigh it down.
Yes.
Bingo.
Beta. Beta fish for beginners. Easy, single fish in an aquarium.
Mollies, tetras, swordtails.
Guppies, always happy.
For a beginner, Daniel.
I like an easy angelfish. Put a couple of angelfish in the tank.
Captive bred.
We cycle tanks for
Captive
Daniel.
bred, yes,
so.
sir. African cichlids, baby.
Know what you were gonna say.
Ching ching!
8.3.
Now we're talking. Pleco. Pleco. Bristlenose pleco, to be more
Yep.
exact.
And citrus. I go Siamensis, Siamese algae eater.
Oh, I love
Those are
our Siamese algae eaters. I also love snails. I always recommend kids get a musk turtle, okay? They're active, they're easy to care for, and they grow to be like 4 inches in length. They're always cute, and they're interactive.
Man, there's so many options.
Rami nose tetra.
The answer is a small fish.
Yeah.
Anything small.
Yeah.